Hello guys, Colonel Ninny here.
How many times has this happened to you? Heinz, keep a good lookout for enemy aircraft. Heinz! Jawohl, Commandant. Keep a good lookout for enemy aircraft. Ja, jawohl. Can you see anything? I'm looking, Commandant, I'm looking. I think there's one over there. Well, is it friendly? It's shooting at us. Holy scheisse! Well, shoot back, you dozy bastard! But thanks to this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to command your gunners so that they actually pay attention and can shoot things down. Or equally effective is to scare them off. The gunner briefing begins on the ground. The keyboard gunner commands are tilde, F3, F2, tilde, F3, F1, F3. This will get your gunners to give you a heads up if there's somebody about to attack you. One of the other options that comes in quite handy is the tilde F3 F5, engage ground targets. Watch how the three 20mm guns on this Heinkel and the top turret all engage the convoy down in the town. But as the aircraft commander, if you don't command them to shoot at the ground targets, they won't do that. So give them some orders. And when you've fired all your cannon ammunition, your gunners will also reload for you if you order them to do it. The cannon's breech is clearly visible behind the pilot's seat, where the gunner can easily get to it to reload it. On the 110 equipped with the 37mm gun, you can also reload the magazines. You can see the shells behind the seat. Next thing is, we have to pay attention to what the gunner is telling us by his animations. For the most part, he'll just sit there like a bump on a log. But when he spots the enemy aircraft, he starts looking. You'll see a written message on the left-hand side of the screen saying that the enemy is either engaging or disengaging, or he's out of range. He'll also communicate this verbally in Russian or German. And listen to what your gunner tells you. If he starts engaging, then take a dive a bit more and then level off again. Dive then level, until you're at treetop level. If every time you dive down and level off and your gunner opens fire, it tells you that your pursuer is getting closer. And because it's often difficult to look behind you when you're flying, especially close to the ground, you'll have to do some turns left and right and try and anticipate where the enemy is. If you're down on the deck above the trees, there's no way that he can get underneath you. This is your best option. In this example, my flight leader has lost an engine. Trailing fuel like that, he can be seen for miles, so I'm lending him a hand here to make sure that he can make it back to base. So here we are basically down on the deck, and I'm here to add my extra firepower to protect his ass so that he doesn't get shot down. My role in his protection is critical here. If we're intercepted by an enemy fighter, I'll drop down so the fighter cannot get under either of us. In another example from Tactical Air War, 3 of us attacked a target and 1 of us lost an engine due to flak. It's up to us to gather around our wounded comrade and get him back to base. And the best way to protect this guy is for us to be on either wing, so that down on the deck we have 3 rear-facing machine guns to ward off any attacker. The wounded duck is obviously the easiest target. Our flight leader's not yet been able to pull the power back to slow down to the same speed as our duck. There are 2 fighters up there, one with a lot of energy. All 3 of us are communicating. The leader's slowing down, and I'm speeding up to get underneath my guy. In that position, I am the greatest threat to the fighter. The question now is, if I flail my aircraft around to become a difficult target, my gunner is not going to be able to shoot effectively. I assume my position just below my wounded comrade. I decide to fly straight and level to allow my gunner to do his thing. The fighter dives down and targets me. Despite shooting me down, Obi was damaged and broke off the attack, and my friend got home. But flying with a human gunner is a totally different story. What the pilot has to do is to do exactly what the gunner tells him to do. For example, there needs to be communication that says, fly straight and level, now turn left. Straight and level, now turn right. Climb slightly, level off. And expect that at each one of these little junctions, the gunner is going to open fire. We all learn how to use bombers in the attack role, but when you have gunners, you need to be able to figure out your defensive role as well. Each aircraft has its own defense capabilities depending on the number of gunners and where they're located. It's up to the fighter pilot to exploit these weaknesses. Your survival depends on you as the bomber pilot and your gunners and your interaction with them. And so together you make it as challenging and as difficult as possible for the enemy pilot to shoot you down. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you new players get some value out of watching this tutorial. Talk to you next time.
As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment. Thank you, guys.